Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County District Library and the Guiding Ohio Online Grant. This is Shelley, and this week we're going to be looking at an online tool that's available called ThingLink. It's available on iPad, mobile, or PC, and with this program, what you can do is you can create what are called dynamic images, which are basically images that you can then have them do something. So in other words, you have what is referred to as like a hotspot, and you can make it so that that hotspot will take you to an image. It might take you to a website. It might start a video. And then what those will do, those hotspots, is give you additional information. So what I've got behind here, our beginning screen, is this is the actual website that you go to, ThingLink.com, and you will see here there is a pricing tier to this. Now with the pricing, it is free for basic use with a classroom learning, and the same thing with marketing and editorial type. There is the trial that is free, but when you want to upgrade and actually then publish, that is when you would have to pay some type of a fee. So those are all available there from the website. So then what I've got back behind here is I have my login. I'm already logged into my account. And then what happens is you get some files that come up, which are sample files. So I'm just going to click on one of these samples so that you can see. And what will happen is you get this sample file here. And on this sample file, you have this eye, which click on it. Notice it gives you information so that you can then read that information. And then what is kind of really neat about this is it does have what is referred to as an immersive reader. So if I click over here, it'll come up into my immersive reader and I can hit play.
Welcome to the ThingLink image editor. Explore the tags in this image,
which is great for maybe students that might need help with the reading, for someone who's maybe visually impaired. There's just many, many uses when you want to use immersive reader. So I'm going to go back here, close this up, and notice then we have this icon that you often see on a map, and that gives you a map of Bora Bora. And then we have the home button down here. We have an exclamation, and we even have the play button. This is going to play a 360 video for me. The exclamation is just out here where it's saying where I can edit this tag that they've added. And then down here is the home button. So it takes me to actual image, a closer up image of what these nice vacation huts look like. So I'm going to go back. That was just one of the examples. Like I said, there's more examples available here. I can click on this. It's going to play. And what I'm going to end up having is just see the little image jumping across to the bird. And I can click here on a picture, get a closer up image, same thing. Read and get information, same thing over here to read and get information. There was one more video that I wanted to show. I believe it's this. This will take just a minute to load because notice up here in the corner it's saying it's an interactive 360 image. So with this interactive, then what happens is just like it says, it's a 360 image that then I can click my mouse and I can circle around and I can see everything 360 with that. So those are just the examples. Then what I have done is I took an image, and what I did was I grabbed an image of a map of the corner of Ottawa where the library is located. And so I have added some things in already. So if I click here, what you're going to see is I'm going to see number one. Here's my welcome
map of Ottawa
showing one corner of the city limits. Okay, so I added that and I put sound to that. I'm going to click on that again and
Welcome to the map of Ottawa showing one corner.
What I wanted to do when I clicked on that is I wanted to show you how if I go to up here to the edit, I wanted to jump into edit mode because I want to click here on my one and now you'll see where my information, it's going to keep playing and we're going to have to listen to me listen to me one more time here. Because what I've got up here,
one corner of the city limits.
What I've got up here is I've got my change my icon. Actually, what I might do is I'm going to just go ahead and click here so I can remove my audio so you don't have to keep listening to me talk. When I go here to the title, I can change what my title says here. I can actually make it so that it says, "Welcome to Ottawa, Ohio." I can add a description. I can put my a URL in if I would want to put a website. I can add an image as well as add audio, which is what I had done there. The information I put in image or in description, that is what's going to show up here in my immersive reader. So I had done an audio and recorded myself on the first example. So I'm going to go ahead and say done. Now I'm going to go to number 2. And with number 2, I had just simply put Ottawa, Ohio. And then I had added a link here as well as, again, this is where I have, notice I've got Ottawa was founded in 1833. So what happens is when I go over here to my immersive reader, it's going to play.
Ottawa was founded in 1833.
So that is the difference between number 1, where I added audio and I actually spoke, versus number 2, where I put information in the description. And then I also added a URL so I could click here and then it's going to jump me out to a website that has Ohio's History Central and talks about Ottawa, Ohio. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click done. And I'm going to go back one more time here. I'm going to show you here. I have Putnam County District Library. Notice I changed that icon. So I'm going to click on this. And I wanted to see how here I had changed the icon because I can change icons up here. So I changed the icon to a camera so that people would know it was a picture. And then I also had, I'm going to say done. I also had put the title in, and I had put the website in again, and I had added an image. So I just simply clicked on the plus sign. I had went out, grabbed an image of Putnam County District Library and added that. So if I go ahead, hit my PCDL, it's going to jump to the library's webpage. I'm going to go back one more time. I'm going to show you how I had actually added same thing with Ottawa Elementary. I had added an image. This is an image that appears on their web page, and I had not added anything in. This is where I would go in and I would add in my title if I wanted to. So I would put in Ottawa Elementary School. And so now I'm going to have that when someone clicks, that would show up. And again, any information I put there in my description would be an immersive reader. Right now, if I were to click on immersive reader, there's nothing there. If you see, sorry, we cannot find text, that's because I have not put anything in the description. So I'm going to go back one more time, say done. And I was going to show then here how with Ottawa Glandorf Local School, if you notice, this is the football field. And I had an icon, again, that I had added, changed the icon, simply clicked on this and add and change that. You can upload your own icons. They do have to be what are referred to as CVG files. If you click here on the read more, it'll tell you that. And those are very small files, and they look similar to what you see here, that you could add different images if you chose to. And then here I've got this with the YouTube, and then what it's going to do, it's going to jump out.
And you may take the field for replacement and warm-up.
And you're simply going to see something that took place on Ottawa Glandorf's football field. So that is basically the ones that I had added. I will add, I'm going to just one more time, I will add a tag. So I'm going to simply click here on add tag. If I go to, I can either add text and media. I can just simply add a label. I can add content from a website, or I can do what's called create a tour. So I had kind of shown you examples of all of the adding the text and media, text label, and a website. So let's just do, I'll just do one more as an example so that you can see. So if I go to add text and media, I can simply click and notice it comes up no content because I haven't added anything yet. If I were to go in here and let's just say, I'm trying to think, look here, there's one of the food places is close by. I'm just looking for, there's an icon, this little icon here is a picnic basket. I guess let's just pretend like we're doing something with a picnic basket here, or a shopping basket, I guess is what this is. So we'll click here on the shopping basket, and then if I were to title, I can see like Walmart's up here in the corner. If I were to just simply say Walmart, and then I could add an image, I could add a description if I chose to, but all I would simply do is do that, say done, and now my little basket popped up. So what I could do is I could just drag that up here and put that underneath here, underneath with Walmart. So now what I've done is I've made an icon that's active, and I click on that and it just tells me that's Walmart. So that is ThingLink. There are many different things that I am sure, as someone who's designing web pages, someone who is a graphic arts, or even especially with teachers and what you could do with students, that would be available using ThingLink. So I hope you found this to be useful, and we look forward to next week when we will be looking at another tool that is referred to as what is called Twiddla. I have to, TWIDDLA is how it's spelled. So have a good week.